Hello everyone and welcome back. Thank you for joining us for another library walkthrough video. On this video, I'm going to show you and play Pandrum, our new library for HALion, HALion Sonic and HALion Sonic SE from our friends at Cinematique Instruments. Pandrum includes 6 deeply sampled handpans and 2 tongue drums, which can be layered with instruments like a felt piano to create truly otherworldly sounds. The great thing with Pandrum is it sounds great straight out of the box, but it also offers great possibilities when it comes to sound design, creating unique sounds, textures and atmospheres, but you can also create sounds that will work well on electronic, pop or any other music genre. So let's jump into it and play some of these sounds. So we're inside Cubase now and I've loaded Pandrum in HALion Sonic and this is the initial preset. On this video I'm going to try and play as many sounds as possible so that you guys can hear how this amazing library sounds, and I'm going to explain the interface while I'm doing this. The interface is very clean, very minimal. You can get to the sound that you want very quickly. But this is the initial preset and let's listen to how it sounds. So beautiful sound. This is the Zephyr Pandrum, and this is where we can start exploring the sounds. So as you can see, the interface is split into 3 main sections: the layer section, the handpan section, and the scale section. Now, the main core of the sound is the handpan section, this one right here. So if I click on this, this is the entire collection of Pandrums that we have inside Pandrum. So as you can see, quite a few of them. So I'm going to play a little bit of each one so that you can get an idea of how they sound, because they're very distinct. So Aqua Drum. So Aqua Drum is a tongue drum that is played by hands, and let's move on to the Commenzit, which is a pan drum played with hands. Next is the leaf pan drum, again played with hands. Then we have the orbit drum. Next, we have orbit drum played with mallets. Next, we have the pan art. This has a great, nice, defined attack. Moving on, the Ra vast played with hands. Next, we have the Tiflis. The Zephyr is the one that we played first, but we also have another Zephyr which is mainly percussion sounds. So let's try this now. So, as you can hear, wide palette of Pandrums, wide palette of sounds, but it doesn't stop there. So as we've seen, this is the Pandrum section, so we can select our Pandrum. Let's try the Ra vast here, and now what you can do is you can start layering sounds. And in order to do that, we go to the left section right here, which is the layer section. And here we can start adding layers to the sound. For example, if I click on no layer, I'm presented with the layer sounds. And we have quite a few of them. We have gentle guitar, we have gender, we have guitar harmonics, we have metal bowls, we have a filled piano, which is beautiful. I'm going to show you that. And actually, I'm going to start with that and I'm going to select it, and let's listen to this in isolation first because I think it's a beautiful sound as it stands on its own. So let's go for no pan, and I'm going to go just for the piano layer, the felt piano. I think this layer is a good excuse to introduce the effects that we have in Pandrum. So quite a few things. This section right here includes quite a few tonal shaping possibilities. So we have an envelope, we also have an EQ with filters, we have effects, so we have rotary speakers, we have cabinets, we have dry, we have tremolo, we have delay, and we also have a beautiful reverb with quite a few algorithms here. So in this case, I'm going to add a little bit of reverb, and maybe I want to add this church algorithm. Let's try it again. Now, if I click a drag here, I can turn the volume up and down for the layer. So let's try a few other layers. This is the gentle guitar. You know what? For this sound, I think the rotary speaker would work very well. Maybe some cabinet as well, some tremolo. Let's see. So why don't we go and add a handpan on this one? Maybe let's try the Ra vast and let's see how this sounds. about you, but this for me is a killer track intro, just by combining those two sounds. Beautiful. Let's try some more layers. I'm going to switch to gender, which is a gamelan vibraphone. Let's try some more. This is the guitar harmonics. Really, really sweet sounds. Let's try the metallic bowl. That's nice. Let's give this a little bit more reverb. Maybe let's try a different algorithm. Very, very nice. Why don't we try and layer this with a handpan? Let's go for the pan art and let's see how this sounds. Maybe we can add some delay. I love this sound. Now, let me show you the right section of the interface, which is the scale section. And I think that's one of the coolest features in Pandrum. So if you click on this button right here, then we're presented with quite a few scales. Now, if I select keyboard, this is the preferred way if you're going to play Pandrum using a keyboard. You just use a chromatic scale. It works exactly as you would expect from a normal MIDI keyboard. But then we also have all these different scales that we can choose from that are recommended if you're going to use a controller like the Wavepan controller. In my case, I really enjoy using them when I'm playing on the keyboard as well, because it immediately gives me a very nice flavor when I'm playing the keys. So, I mean, right now, if I play, you can see that I can, I can play chromatically, but then I can start activating these scales. Let's try the first one, for example. And as you can see, we only have a few notes to select from. This is how a controller would work. So you have a limited range, but this is this specific scale. So let's try the Ragadesh. Actually, what I found is that these scale modes are really useful if you're not a keyboard player and you want to get a really authentic sound very quickly without struggling. This is great because you can immediately go and start playing. And you can't go wrong. And you also have these percussion elements here. Let's try some more scales. I really enjoy those, so I'm going to play a few. Let's try this Japanese insen. Great. Straight to Japan. Let's go for a Dorian scale. Why don't we go for a D Dorian in this case? Let's try a different Pandrum. Let's go for the Tiflis, and let's go for an Akebono. I'm gonna play some more. Let's try the Hijaz. And I'm gonna go for a different Pandrum. I'm gonna go for the Zephyr. And the Aegean. Okay, let's go back to the keyboard scale, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to show you how you can shape the sound using the envelope that we have here. So if I click on this icon, I'll bring up the envelope, and we have an attack control, we also have a decay control, and we have compression for the attack portion and the decay portion. So we can sculpt the sound to have more flexibility. So let's try and go with the Zephyr for now. And I'm going to show you how I use Pandrum to create some more non-conventional sounds that could be used in pop productions. You can create some really interesting effects, okay? So I'm going to go for the Zephyr. And I'm going to tone down the reverb slightly. So let's bring down the decay. And now I'm going to open the attack. So I'm going to make the sound a little bit slower attack. So now we are losing the attack element and we don't really know what this sound is. It makes this sound more like a synth. So let's add a little bit of reverb now. You know what? I'm going to add a little bit of delay. Let's high pass this and see how it sounds. Right, and low pass. Now if I change the handpan, I can get many different sounds. That's nice. This is very interesting. What about the pan art? So this becomes like a synth sound. I mean, you can't really tell that it's a Pandrum now. When you lose the attack, the sound becomes really breathy. Okay, so. Last but not least, we have some really cool presets that you can select by using these buttons right here. So we have Pure Pan, Infinite Rotor, with this nice long reverb, Mother Earth, Ironside. So I'm going to play a bit more so you can hear how Pandrum sounds like when you play it live. I can play for hours. Let's stop it here, guys. So there you go. This is Pandrum, a brand new library for HALion, HALion Sonic, and HALion Sonic SE. I hope you find this video useful and you enjoyed the sounds that Pandrum can bring to your productions. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to our VST Instruments and Plugins channel, as we have lots of content like this coming all the time. Until the next video, have fun and make some amazing music.